A fat guy got bullied by his classmates, but years later his revenge shocked everyone. Sam Porter is the kid no one wants to be. He is big, quiet, and easy to notice. At Jefferson High, that means he is the perfect target for bullies. Every day feels like a battle, and Sam knows he will lose every time. Jason is the school's star quarterback. He is loud and full of himself. He walks into every room like he owns it, and wherever he goes, his best friend Tyler follows. Tyler is just like Jason, only worse. He laughs the loudest and always joins in when Jason finds someone to pick on. Then there is Chloe, the queen of the school. She doesn't push or shove, but her words are sharp, and her smirks make Sam feel like he is nothing. Sam tries to stay out of their way, but it never works. On the school bus, Jason and Tyler always sit where Sam wants to sit. They pretend to move over, then shove him off the seat. If he does sit down, they flick his ears or make loud jokes about the seat. The other kids laugh too. No one stands up for Sam. In the cafeteria, it is worse. Jason and Tyler always have something planned. One day, as Sam carries his lunch tray, Tyler sticks his foot out and trips him. The food flies everywhere and Sam falls. His mashed potatoes and green beans scatter across the floor. Laughter fills the room. Jason claps like it is the best show he has ever seen. Chloe is at her table, holding up her phone, filming everything. Sam doesn't say a word. He gets up, grabs some napkins, and cleans the mess himself. The laughter follows him back to his seat. Sam thinks things can't get worse, but then the charity gala happens. It is a big event at Jefferson High, held every year to raise money for local causes. The gym is decorated with lights and tables covered in white cloths. Sam feels nervous but excited. He has spent weeks saving up to buy a suit. It isn't fancy, but it fits well, and Sam thinks he looks okay for once. He walks into the gym, hoping this night will be different. Maybe here he can just be one of the students, not a target. But as soon as he steps inside, Jason sees him. Jason nudges Tyler and points at Sam. They laugh. Sam lowers his head and walks quickly to the refreshment table, hoping to stay away from them. Jason follows. He picks up a large cup of soda and walks towards Sam with a fake friendly smile. "Hey Sam," he says. "Want a drink?" Before Sam can answer, Jason accidentally spills the soda all over Sam's shirt. The cold liquid soaks through the fabric. Gasps echo around the gym, and then comes the laughter. It is loud and cruel, and Sam feels his cheeks burn. Tyler doubles over, laughing. Chloe holds up her phone, taking pictures and videos. "Caption ideas, anyone?" she says loudly. "How about when soda meets spandex?" Sam stands there, frozen. The laughter grows louder. He feels the sticky liquid dripping down his shirt and pants. His heart pounds in his chest, and his face is so hot it feels like it might catch fire. He doesn't say a word. He just turns and walks out of the gym, leaving wet footprints on the floor. That night, Sam sits on his bed, staring at his reflection in the mirror. His ruined suit hangs over a chair. The soda stains are still there, dark and sticky. His phone buzzes on the desk. He knows what it is, the video Chloe took. He doesn't want to see it, but he does. It is everywhere now, with captions like, "Big boy takes a big spill," and "Slow Sam strikes again." The comments are even worse. Strangers are laughing at him now too. Sam's eyes burn, but he doesn't cry. He clenches his fists. He is tired of feeling small. He is tired of letting Jason, Tyler, and Chloe control how he feels about himself. "I can't change what they think," he whispers to himself, "but I can change what I do." That night, Sam makes a promise. He will leave Jefferson High behind. He will leave the bullies, the laughter, and the pain. He will build a new life far away from all of it. And one day he will show everyone, Jason, Tyler, Chloe, and himself, that he is more than they ever thought he could be. After graduation, Sam moves to a new city. He works hard, juggling school and a part-time job at a diner. He teaches himself coding late at night, sitting in his tiny apartment with a second-hand laptop. It is hard, and sometimes he feels like giving up. But he remembers the laughter, the spilled soda, and the comments under Chloe's video. That keeps him going. Little by little, things start to change. Sam discovers that he is good at coding, really good. He creates small apps and sells them online. The money isn't much at first, but it is enough to keep him going. Years pass, and Sam's hard work pays off. He starts a company called Cybercore, which creates tools to keep people's information safe online. The company grows quickly, and so does Sam's bank account. But even with all his success, Sam keeps a low profile. He doesn't do interviews or attend fancy events. Most people don't even know what he looks like. One night, as he scrolls through his emails, he sees something unexpected. Jefferson High 15-year reunion. Sam clicks the email, and memories rush back. The cafeteria, the soda, the laughter. At first, he thinks about ignoring it. Why would he go back? But then an idea starts to form. An idea to take revenge and teach a lesson. His plan begins the moment he steps into Jefferson High's gym for the reunion. The sights and sounds are the same: balloons tied to chairs, awkward small talk, and the faint smell of polished wood. The laughter and chatter pull him back to those painful days, but he doesn't let it show. Tonight, he isn't just the kid they used to mock. He's a man with a purpose, and he's playing a long game. Sam's disguise is simple but effective. The scruffy beard, the loose hoodie, and the thick, outdated glasses make him look like a version of himself stuck in the past. He moves quietly, staying near the edges of the crowd. His rented, beat-up car is parked outside, adding to the image of a man who hasn't amounted to much. Jason, Tyler, and Chloe spot him almost immediately. Sam Porter, Jason says, his voice loud enough to draw attention. "Man, I didn't think we'd see you here." Tyler chuckles, leaning closer to Jason. Same old Sam, hoodie and all. Chloe tilts her head, her lips curling into a smile that doesn't reach her eyes. "Wow, Sam, you look exactly the same." Sam keeps his face neutral, forcing a small, shy smile. "It's good to see you all," he says, his voice quiet and unassuming. Jason smirks. "What are you up to these days? Still working on those video games or whatever?" "Something like that," Sam replies, keeping his tone vague. He knows better than to reveal anything too soon. Instead, he shrugs and says, just trying to get by. As the night goes on, Sam deliberately stays close to the trio, allowing himself to blend into their conversations. He listens as Jason boasts about his car dealership, Tyler complains about his boss, and Chloe brags about her influencer lifestyle. Their arrogance is as strong as ever, but Sam notices cracks beneath the surface. Jason's dealership isn't doing well. He complains about lazy employees and stingy customers. Tyler talks about how his idiot manager doesn't appreciate him, while Chloe's phone is constantly buzzing with notifications, her forced smile betraying her stress. Sam plays his part perfectly. He nods along to their stories, inserting himself just enough to appear interested. When Jason grumbles about needing someone cheap and desperate to help with a marketing campaign, Sam casually offers, "I could take a look at it." "I know a bit about online stuff." Jason laughs, clapping Sam on the shoulder. "You? Sure, why not? Can't hurt, right?" Chloe raises an eyebrow, her tone skeptical. "Do you even have experience?" Sam scratches the back of his neck, playing the awkward card. "I've dabbled." "Perfect," Jason says, not bothering to hide his condescension. "We'll talk." Tyler chimes in, grinning. "Hey, maybe you can help me out too. I've got this side gig idea, but I don't have time to set it up." "Of course," Sam says, his voice calm. "Anything I can do to help." Chloe doesn't ask for help directly, but as the night progresses, she starts dropping hints about her declining follower count. "It's so hard to stay relevant these days," she says dramatically. "If I don't hit 1 million followers soon, I might as well quit." Sam doesn't offer assistance immediately. Instead, he waits for her to circle back, which she does by the end of the night. "You said you know about online stuff, right?" she asks, her tone casual. "Think you could take a look at my account?" Sam smiles. "Sure. I'd be happy to." By the end of the reunion, Sam has planted himself firmly in their lives. Jason gives him his business card, Tyler scribbles his email on a napkin, and Chloe reluctantly adds him on social media. They think they're doing him a favor, throwing a lifeline to a man who hasn't moved on from high school. What they don't realize is that Sam is already 2 steps ahead. In the days that follow, Sam starts working with each of them, carefully gathering information. Jason sends him access to his dealership's marketing accounts. Tyler shares confidential details about his office, and Chloe grants him admin rights to her social media. They're too self-absorbed to see the danger, too arrogant to suspect that Sam might have his own agenda. Now Sam makes his move. A few days later, he invites Jason, Tyler, and Chloe to a private event, framing it as a networking opportunity with influential people. The private event is set in a sleek, modern venue, a far cry from the gym where Sam's humiliation began. It's an exclusive gathering under the guise of a Cybercore-sponsored networking event. The invitations boast opportunities to connect with influential business leaders, a promise too tempting for Jason, Tyler, and Chloe to resist. Sam, still playing his part, arrives early to ensure everything is in place. The room is equipped with screens, a sound system, and strategically positioned cameras. The atmosphere is professional yet warm, the kind of event where people let their guard down just enough to reveal who they really are. Jason is the first to arrive, dressed in a suit that's just slightly too big, his tie loosened in an attempt to look casual. He scans the room, his eyes lighting up when he spots Sam near the refreshment table. Jason waves, walking over with his usual swagger. "Sam, my man, look at you pulling off something this fancy." "Didn't know you had it in you," Jason says, clapping him on the back. Sam smiles, his expression unreadable. "Glad you could make it. I think you'll find tonight interesting." Tyler and Chloe arrive together a few minutes later. Tyler looks stressed, his shirt wrinkled, and his smile forced. Chloe, on the other hand, is putting on a brave face, her makeup flawless, but her demeanor tense. "Sam," Chloe exclaims, her voice a touch too loud. "This is so unexpected. How'd you get into something like this?" Sam shrugs modestly, just trying to make connections like everyone else. Tyler looks around, his brows furrowed. "So who are we meeting here? Any big names?" Sam gestures to the seating area. "Why don't you all grab a seat? The presentation will start soon." The lights dim as the trio settles into their seats, their curiosity piqued. A soft voice fills the room, accompanied by a slideshow of images projected on the screens. "Tonight," the narrator begins, "we're here to celebrate resilience, innovation, and the power of transformation. But before we look forward, let's look back." The screen flashes a photo of Jefferson High, its hallways instantly recognizable. Jason stiffens in his seat, while Tyler and Chloe exchange uneasy glances. This is the story of someone who was underestimated, mocked, and dismissed. Someone who turned their pain into power. The screen shows a series of reenactments: a teenager being tripped in the cafeteria, a cup of soda spilled on him at a formal event, laughter echoing in the background. The audience murmurs, intrigued. Jason, Tyler, and Chloe sit frozen, their faces pale. The narration continues, growing more pointed. The cruelty of others didn't break him. It motivated him. It drove him to build something extraordinary. The screen transitions to Cybercore's logo, followed by clips of the company's achievements. Partnerships with Fortune 500 companies, headlines praising its groundbreaking technology, and glowing testimonials from CEOs. The room erupts into applause. Jason leans forward, his voice a strained whisper. "No way, this isn't about." The screen cuts to a live feed. Sam steps into the spotlight, no longer slouching, no longer timid. He's transformed, his presence commanding the room. The scruffy beard and thick glasses are gone, replaced by the confident visage of a man in control. "My name is Sam Porter," he says, his voice steady. "I'm the founder and CEO of Cybercore. And the person you've been hearing about tonight? That's me." The audience bursts into applause, but Jason, Tyler, and Chloe remain silent, their faces a mix of shock and humiliation. Sam's eyes lock on them, and for a moment, the room seems to hold its breath. "For years, I stayed in the background, letting my work speak for itself," Sam says, his gaze unwavering. "But tonight, I wanted to tell my story, not for sympathy, but to remind everyone that success isn't about where you start, it's about where you go." He pauses, his voice softening. "And for those who tried to tear me down along the way, I have this to say: thank you. Your cruelty taught me resilience. Your mockery gave me purpose. And now I stand here, not as the person you tried to break, but as someone who's stronger because of it." Jason shifts uncomfortably, his bravado gone. Tyler looks down at his hands, and Chloe's carefully crafted confidence cracks, her eyes darting around the room. The screens light up again, this time showing clips of the trio's recent interactions with Sam. Jason dismissing him as cheap and desperate, Tyler laughing at his expense, Chloe questioning his abilities. Their words play on a loop, their voices echoing in the room. The audience murmurs, their expressions shifting from admiration to disapproval. Jason jumps to his feet. "This is out of context. I didn't mean." Sam holds up a hand, silencing him. "No, Jason, this is exactly what you meant. And tonight, you have to face it." The trio sits in stunned silence as the presentation concludes, the room erupting into applause once more. Their humiliation is complete, their arrogance laid bare for all to see. After the event, as the crowd disperses, Jason, Tyler, and Chloe approach Sam, their faces pale and their voices shaky. "Sam," Jason begins, his tone desperate. I don't even know what to say. I didn't mean to." Sam interrupts, his voice calm but firm. "You didn't mean to? Or you didn't care to think about how your actions affected someone else?" Tyler stammers, "We were stupid, okay, We didn't know better. Chloe, tears brimming in her eyes, whispers, "I'm sorry. I really am." Sam looks at them for a long moment before speaking. "I don't need your apologies. What I need is for you to learn from this, to treat people better, not for me, but for yourselves." With that, Sam walks away, leaving them to face the weight of their actions. The air feels lighter as Sam Porter steps out of the event venue. He takes a deep breath, staring at the city lights glowing in the distance. For years, he imagined this moment, not just the reveal, but the satisfaction of seeing Jason, Tyler, and Chloe finally face the consequences of their arrogance. Yet the emotions swirling inside him are more complex than he expected. He isn't angry anymore. He isn't even satisfied. He's relieved that the echoes of their laughter no longer have power over him. The next morning, the videos from the event explode across social media. Clips of Sam's speech trend instantly, his calm, powerful words inspiring thousands. People share the story with captions like, "A bullied kid's ultimate comeback. This is what success looks like." But it's not just Sam's triumphant reveal that captures attention. The clips of Jason, Tyler, and Chloe's cruel remarks resurface too. Edited compilations of their mocking, both from high school and the reunion, go viral. The trio becomes the unintentional villains of a story that the internet can't stop talking about. Jason's car dealership sees an immediate backlash. Customers leave scathing reviews referencing his behavior. Employees start sharing stories about his arrogance and poor management. Within weeks, Jason is forced to sell the dealership, his reputation in ruins. Tyler struggles to find another job after his former boss learns about the viral video. His name becomes synonymous with betrayal and irresponsibility, and even his side gig collapses when potential clients back out. Chloe's downfall is the most public. Her carefully curated influencer persona crumbles as brands pull sponsorships. Fans abandon her page, leaving comments like, "We don't support bullies." She tries to explain herself in a tearful livestream, but the damage is done. A month after the event, Jason reaches out to Sam. He shows up at Cybercore's headquarters unannounced, waiting in the lobby until Sam agrees to see him. When Sam enters the room, Jason stands awkwardly, his once confident demeanor replaced by unease. "Sam," Jason begins, his voice strained. "I owe you a real apology." Sam crosses his arms, his expression calm. "I'm listening." Jason sighs, running a hand through his hair. "I messed up. Back then, and even now, I thought I was better than everyone, and I didn't care who I hurt. But this has made me see things differently. I lost my business, my reputation, everything. And honestly, I deserved it." Sam studies Jason for a long moment. For the first time, Jason's words feel genuine, not an excuse, not an attempt to save face, but a real acknowledgement of his actions. "Do you actually feel sorry?" Sam asks. "Or are you just sorry because you got caught?" Jason looks down, his voice barely a whisper. "Both." Sam doesn't let him off the hook easily. "If you want to fix this, start by fixing yourself. Stop blaming others for your problems. Start listening to people, treating them with respect. It's not about me anymore. It's about who you choose to be." Jason nods, his shoulders slumping. "Thank you," he says before walking out, leaving Sam with a strange mix of satisfaction and pity. Chloe's fall from grace is harder for her to accept. She emails Sam multiple times, asking to meet, but he ignores her at first. Eventually, he agrees, curious to see what she has to say. When Chloe arrives at the cafe where they agreed to meet, she looks nothing like her polished, confident self. Her makeup is minimal, her designer bag replaced with something understated. She sits across from Sam, her hands trembling slightly. "I don't know where to start," she says, her voice shaky. "I was horrible to you, I know that. And now I know how it feels to have the world laughing at you." Sam raises an eyebrow, leaning back in his chair. "Do you?" Chloe nods quickly. "I do. I've lost everything, my followers, my deals. People call me a joke, and it's all because I couldn't see past my own ego." Sam considers her words, his expression thoughtful. Losing everything isn't the same as losing yourself. The question is, what are you going to do about it? Chloe blinks, taken aback. "I don't know. I want to be better. I want to start over." "Then start," Sam says simply. "But don't do it for me or for your followers. Do it for yourself." Over time, Jason, Tyler, and Chloe each begin their journeys of change. Jason starts volunteering at a local shelter, helping people rebuild their lives. Tyler finds work with a mental health advocacy group, using his own experience to guide others. Chloe steps away from social media entirely, enrolling in a course on psychology to better understand herself and others. Sam doesn't stay in touch with them, but he hears about their progress through mutual connections. He feels a quiet satisfaction knowing that his actions force them to confront their flaws. They'll never undo the harm they caused, but they're trying to be better. And that's enough for him. Months after the event, Sam launches a new cybercore initiative, a foundation dedicated to anti-bullying programs in schools. The foundation funds workshops, counseling services, and mentorship programs, ensuring that no kid has to go through what he did. During the foundation's launch event, Sam delivers a speech that echoes the one he gave at the reunion. This time, his audience includes students, teachers, and parents. He ends with a simple but powerful message. Kindness isn't just a choice, it's a responsibility. The way we treat others shapes their lives and ours. Let's choose better. The room erupts into applause, but Sam doesn't linger. As the crowd disperses, he steps outside, feeling the cool evening air against his face. He looks up at the stars, a small smile playing on his lips. He's free, not just from the past, but from the need to prove himself. He has nothing left to prove, only a future to build.